Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're going to go try to catch a big spider and discuss the fear of spiders, arachnophobia. Oh, and by the way, if you do have the fear of spiders, arachnophobia, I highly recommend watching this video. Well, let's get into it. Wow, what an amazing spider. Look at that defensive pose. You guys ever seen a tripod before? Ever seen a tripod before? Alright, let's go catch a spider. So, we're hanging out with the barn animals here, and so I've already spotted, oh, hello. Everybody's demanding attention today. Hello, pause. Anyways, we've already spotted a big spider just up here in the window. I don't know if you can see that right there. Pretty sure it's a grayish-brown fishing spider, and yes, it's a fishing spider. They're usually by water, but if they can find another opportunity to get food, like a windowsill right here that's full of bugs and flies, yes, they do. They are found very far away from water occasionally. Well, let's go try to catch them. Guys, sorry about the lighting in here. It's in the middle of the day, but in here, in the barn, it gets very, very dark. And I guess that's why large spiders like hanging out in here, because it's easy to stay away from people and other animals. Okay, so the spider we're looking for is right... Oh, hold on, I'm having light problems. It's right there. And the windowsill's right there. Good. So, with this 5-gallon bucket, I won't have to worry about holding a spider as I jump down. You know, I also won't have to worry about jumping down on a spider, because it's kind of hard to balance up there, so this might make the catch a little bit better. And there she is. I can tell it's a she because of the enlarged thorax, but I can definitely tell that she's already ready, because she can already sense with all the little hairs all over her legs that there's already something in her environment, and she can actually sense my movement. So I've got to be really careful, make sure that I can pull this off. Yeah, we got it. We got a nice, good-sized spider. All right. So we finally caught the spider, and it definitely is a grayish-brown fishing spider. And like I said, that they'll usually stay around water, but it found a good food source of bugs in the window of a barn, so that was enough for it to have suffocant food, obviously, for the rest of the summer. Okay, I'm going to come out on the ground. We'll show you guys the spider. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, this spider isn't harmful to humans. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to chase you down like in the movies, like Arachnophobia, but it does have a slightly potent venom, because since it is the largest spider, it's going to have a little bit more of a larger venom yield. So, like, obviously, since it's a big spider, it might have a little bit more venom. So, if I accidentally pin it up against my hand, that's probably the only time it's really going to bite me. And I don't really want to get bit by it. I'm sure it doesn't really feel that great. Usually with the nursery web spiders, it isn't that bad, but usually when you get to these what we call them swamp spiders, they'll usually get a little bit more painful. This is a nice spider. Look at her. Now I can tell she's a grayish-brown fishing spider because there's not really much like them in the region, other than certain crab spider species. Let's keep going. I can tell because there are little diamond and hexagonal markings on her thorax, which make her easily distinguishable. And there's not a lot of spiders in this region that get this big anyways. So as she's going, she's kind of spreading a layer of silk, a trail of silk across my hands. So I move my hands, I just feel that silk. It won't show up on camera, but she is trailing silk wherever she goes. And every now and then you can watch her thorax make a little anchor, where she'll press her thorax to my skin, and make a little anchor so that every time she might fall or slip off my hand, she's always got an anchor that's attached to the web of silk that's attached to her, so that if she ever falls off, that silk will catch her like a bungee cord. Oh, yeah, look at that defensive pose. She doesn't really want me. She's probably really bothered. She was probably taking a nap or hunting. Usually at night is when they're going to be out hunting active. Now, fishing spiders, naturally, they will eat fish in little minnows and swamps, but she found a better food source up here in the barn, and obviously she didn't have any competition other than a few jumping spiders. Wow. Now, I'm looking at the eyes. Since she's a really big spider, you can see her eyes really low. Now, she only seems to have 2 or maybe 3 complete eyes, which are eyes that pick up motion and light, kind of like our eyes. But the rest of the 8 eyes are just light-sensing eyes. They'll just pick up movement and light, which will just kind of help her tell her what time of day it is, what should I be doing right now, because and they go all the way around her head. She can see in a 360. Like if I try to approach her from the back, see that? She can see the movement, even though they're not complete eyes on the back of her head that are facing back towards me. She can still kind of tell when I'm back there. I don't really need to touch her. Another really interesting thing about this spider species is that the fishing spider, well, they go fishing and they hang out in the water in swamps. Not usually in stinky barns. Well, they can find a food source. They'll take advantage of it. Anyways, when they're fishing or when a predator comes along and scares them under the water, and the little hairs on them will actually hold air, and they can actually breathe that air and it'll help them stay down for up to a half an hour underwater. A good majority of the people in the USA can't even do what this little guy can do. He's got such long legs. Now, to have 8 legs, it might look like she actually has 10 legs from in front, from like by her chin, where her fangs are nestled underneath her face. And those are actually called pedipalps. They're not true legs. They kind of just help her hold on to her prey and kind of help her eat. Wow. What an amazing spider. Oh, please don't crawl in my pocket. You do not belong there. Alright, well now we're going to go let her go. Sorry about the leg, but as you can see, the little friend is back in the barn and can just head right up to the windowsill next time he's hungry. Well, let's go catch some more spiders. Hey guys, check out this nursery web spider we found last night. Good example of a big spider that really just can't do people any harm. Now, next time you see a spider, try to look past the things that make it look intimidating and see how it makes them look unique. We'll see you on the next video. To hide underneath the... You want to be on YouTube? You want to be on YouTube? This is that their hairs actually... Oh, you're right, I should put them back, right? Should I put him back? You want to see him? He's still small enough to crawl up one of your nostrils if you're not careful. That would be bad. Well, I guess that concludes our And next time you see a spider, you guys stop